Gotta hurt when you land on your head like that. You're looking at Leigh Vierling, 31 years old, a native of Saskatoon, now living in Calgary and wrestling out of the University of Calgary Wrestling Club. He's up against Colin Daynes, the Niagara Wrestling Club in St. Catharines, Ontario. This should be a good match. Daynes, 25 years old, not so much experience, but a lot of enthusiasm going up against the veteran Vierling. And there's Leigh's fiance, Christine Nordhagen. They're getting married after this competition, going on a cruise. So Christine, who's a world champion female wrestler, on hand to cheer her husband-to-be.
Well, both of these wrestlers have a lot of experience in Greco-Roman. They've both been training a lot for this competition, especially Colin Daynes of late. He's been specializing in Greco-Roman, knowing that this is his big chance to make it to the Olympic Games.
This is the second match, by the way, round 2 of the second match between these two. Vierling won the first 8-4 and has a big lead in this second round of match 2.
Well, he did a great job early in the first round, and now Daynes has really got to turn it on because he's got to score 5 points here to get the lead. But Vierling's doing a great job of controlling the match and keeping Daynes off.
And Daynes has done a great job coming out of the pool in this tournament, not really seeded among the favorites to make it all the way to this final against the veteran Vierling from Calgary.
Well, Colin Daynes didn't wrestle in the national championships last year, so he had to start at the bottom of the ladder, work his way up through the ladder system, and to get to the final here with Leigh Vierling. So he might be a little bit tired. And we saw that there. He tried a shoulder throw. You don't lose any points for that. If you try a throw and you miss, the referees don't want to penalize you because it is a bit of a high-risk move. So they don't give any points out, but they do give Vierling the advantage here of trying to turn Daynes on the top here.
By missing, he puts himself at a disadvantage in a way, putting himself out of position.
He does, but at this point in the match, he had to try something. But you could tell he was a little bit tired there. He didn't have as much gusto there as he needed.
Vierling, a former CIAU champion, but in a higher weight class.
Colin's really got to try to pick things up here, get something going. He's got to move Vierling out of position. Here you see Vierling's doing a good job of holding him off, keeping control with his right arm there, moving him off balance, making it very hard for Daynes to score those points he needs.
Daynes got to get busy. There's probably less than 2 minutes to go in this match, and he's down by a lot. Christine Nordhagen cheering on Leigh Vierling, her fiance.
Well, and here we see Vierling get called for passivity. Quite often that happens when a wrestler's up in a match. They'll be a little bit defensive, and the referees don't like to see any defensive wrestling. They like both wrestlers to keep going, so they put Vierling down. Daynes has got a great chance here of turning Vierling on the gut wrench. But Vierling does a great job of countering. He didn't get his back exposed, didn't lose any points, so he's in good shape right now. I take that back.
Oh, a great throw by Daynes.
That was a fantastic throw, especially at this late stage in the match. He'll get 3 points for that, plus one point for the lift. So that'll probably tie the score at 5-all.
And Leigh Vierling can't believe it. And Daynes, a bit of a smiley. I think he can't believe it either.
Well, that shows a lot of guts. He had to go for something there. This is his last chance. He had to score some points. Vierling made a bit of a tactical error by letting up there. And because they went out of bounds in that position, Vierling starts back on the mat here.
Less than 30 seconds left in this match, tied at 5. Christine Nordhagen watching it intently.
So if it worked once, he goes for it again. Vierling does a great job of countering Daynes.
Oh!
Daynes tried what's called the Gabori there. I'm not sure why he did that. The score was tied.
But they give him the point, and Vierling gets it. That must be a last second. That's like knocking one out with 2 out in the bottom of the 9th. Leigh Vierling.
Well, Vierling did a great job of countering that move, and that's what the referees are talking about right now, whether Vierling actually countered the move or whether Daynes slipped. If Vierling countered the move, he gets 2 points for that. If Daynes slipped, the match is tied. They go in overtime. But the referees are ruling here that Vierling actually did counter that point. He gets 2 points for that, and the match
appears to be over and in Leigh Vierling's favor. Jay Bradbury of Montreal, the referee, to make the call. Leigh Vierling, University of Calgary, wins the Olympic trial at 76 kilos, but what an effort by Colin Daynes, the 25-year-old from Windsor. Leigh Vierling, though, the Olympic trial champion. What a match.
Well, Colin did a great job of tying the match up, but maybe a bit of a mental error here in going for this Gabori with 5 seconds left in the match. He didn't need to do that there. The score was tied. They could have gone into overtime, but that little error won the match for Leigh Vierling. Did a great job of capitalizing on that error.
And you saw he did that with about 5 seconds to go in the match. Leigh Vierling of the University of Calgary celebrates with his fiancée Christine Nordhagen a victory at these Olympic trials.
Nothing like leaving it to the last minute for Leigh Vierling. A spectacular and exciting finish. Leigh, congratulations. Describe the last few minutes, last seconds, I guess.
Well, I guess I sat back a little bit. I was confident I wrestled a good first period. I was hoping that I was going to be able to kind of control the danger position, but he's a powerful guy. I got to give him a lot of credit. He kept coming. When I saw him here, he's probably the one guy I didn't want to wrestle. You know, I got to give him full credit. I'm just glad it turned out, and I'm grateful to be here.
Congratulations on winning the Olympic trials.
Thank you very much.
And what's next for these two? Wedding bells. Christine.